Okay, Raptors, welcome to another episode of Raptoreum Weekly on the 7th of April 2024. It's really nice to have you with us. Thank you for waiting around. I think David's going to be with us shortly. I just had to peel him from his cushion. But yeah, he'll be here very shortly. And yeah, how are you, Scherm? How's things?
You doing well yourself?
All good, man. Been out for a meal today, so I'm absolutely stuffed.
Nice. You're not gonna fall asleep, are you?
I haven't had any beers, so we should be all right. Alejandro, you good?
How are you doing, guys?
Doing well.
Very good.
Awesome, yeah. All right, I think I'll get started on the weekly... Oh, is this David here now?
I think we got Big Piggy.
No.
No.
Oh,
no,
no, it's not David. It's someone else. Sorry, it's Davina.
I'm the Smith.
Okay. Just in time, David. How are you?
That's debatable.
Well, you've been working all around the clock recently.
Yeah, and it's Monday morning at crap o'clock, so
yeah, it is what it is. You were more perky last week. Well, actually, it might have been the week before.
let's see now. I've got Colombian dark roast.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Colombian dark roast is your friend, medium dark roast. Sorry, not dark roast. Fuck
okay.
Dark roast.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I mean, medium dark Colombian coffee. It's just like the coffee that your grandmother used to make for you when you go in the kitchen. When you go in the kitchen in the morning as a little kid, you go in there, it smells good. It's not bitter. It's not acidic. It smells really fragrant. You have a nice big slug of it. And instead of that bitter, acidic poop water that most people are used to drinking nowadays, it'll just be aroma all the way down. And this is just like that.
Well, I'm going to have a cup of that when I come over.
It's almost sensual, mate.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll look forward to that then, David. All right, let's get started. So, H&S has made a new podcast channel on Spotify and will allow users to listen to all the content audio only. It's pretty good because it allows you to listen in while out and about, such as, driving your car or whatever you want to do. The link to that is now tweeted out today. I'll also be adding that to our link tree as well, and also putting the project, putting the link on all various aspects of the project as well, like the pin Telegram and on the information on Discord as well. So big thanks to H&S and crew, I will say, for doing that. That's awesome. We have a new invites bounty. So you can go to the invites leaderboard by Jeff Starlipper. Jeff actually came to me with an idea a few days ago now of an invites bounty leaderboard, so we did just that. Jeff is actually funding that with his own RTM, and this again shows the generosity and resilience of our Raptoreum community, especially people like Jeff who want to push the project forward and get more eyes onto us and our community as well. So a huge thanks to Jeff. Awesome stuff, man. If you want your own personal invite link, then go to the invites leaderboard by Jeff channel. It's just above the voice channels. Trollheim and Grinders, one of them. It's just above that. And type in /invites.
Why would we have a voice channel called that?
Because you probably named it that. That's why.
Okay, that was one of my more inspired moments then.
Yeah. Who else would do that? You know what I mean? The naughty child in the room, that's who. Okay.
Benny?
You're naughtier than Benny. Benny's tame compared. Yeah, so if you want to get your invite link, you can do /invites, and that's your personal invite link. And you can share that anywhere on the internet, and this gets reset every Sunday after this stream ends, and that includes the CryptoSmith stream now. Bearing in mind there's no CryptoSmith stream today because he's busy, so that will be reset after the stream. So there are bounties for first, second and third places with 5, 3 and 2k in RTM respectively. If you care about the growth of the Raptoreum community, then please help out and get those links shared out there, and maybe you can be rewarded for your efforts. And it might not sound like a lot of RTM now, but you know, when things are rolling with the project, you'll be kicking yourself that you didn't do something simple like that. So again, big thanks to Jeff for that. And any more people have got any ideas to push the project, such as similar to what Jeff suggested, then please hit me up, and I'm open to absolutely anything. As we've mentioned before, this is a community-led project, and we welcome anyone to help out and suggest things, and we'll always take ideas on board as long as they're not completely idiotic. We also
if it works, it isn't stupid.
Well, if it works, it's not stupid. But if someone comes to me and says, look, I'm going to poop in a bag and I'm going to write Raptoreum in every bag of poop and leave it around the streets, then obviously that's a stupid idea, isn't it? You know what I mean? Don't tell me you're going to start doing that, David.
It's one of the more creative ones.
Okay. All right. Well, that may be coming soon, guys. David's going to be heading up that. Yeah.
It sounds like a Birmingham thing.
Oh, come on. It sounds more like a
I mean,
Bristol thing, mate.
Nah, Birmingham. Birmingham, that's where that kind of stuff goes on.
Yeah, absolutely. We've made a new Discord currency called the Riggs-Boson, which is obviously the Raptor particle, which seems to be very popular at the moment, where you can buy items such as a crunchy lettuce, a tender maggot, a chicken's foot, a tasty mouse. We've got rabbit as well, which you can only buy once, which actually tags him as well. So hopefully that, pricks his ears up when he sees the tags. We've got tasty pigeon, tasty frail foxes. We've got a friend, which is an extra raptor friend to, sit on your arm while you travel through the raptor community. We've got peppered steak with herbs. We've also got Scherm's worms, which are extremely popular right now. Where you can buy one of those and you get the I8 Scherm's worm roll. So, I mean, I think that's the most expensive thing apart from the Rigatoshi thing, isn't it, Scherm? It's at 10,000 Riggs-Boson particles. So, yeah, you can get a Scherm's worm. And finally, you can get the Rigatoshi roll with 1 million Riggs-Boson particle coins, which I'll be surprised if anybody gets that at all. So go check it out at the Riggs-Boson currency channel, which is just above the voice channel next to the invites leaderboard by Jeff channel as well. You can do the majority of commands in that channel, including the games, although only the basic commands such as giving items to users are available in general channel, because we don't really want to clog general channel up with any more stuff because everything happens there, you know what I mean? So we had a few issues over the last couple of days where we actually branded the Me6 bot, and after we branded the Me6 bot with the Riggs bot, and we called it the Riggs bot, then the / command stopped working. Although a guy earlier, I can't remember who it was now, figured out that he could use an exclamation mark command, and all the Riggs-Boson commands now suddenly work for everybody. So that's obviously what got mixed up in the translation of the new bot when it got implemented on the server. I think maybe if I go into the Me6 dashboard now, change all the / commands to /, then back to exclamation mark, it might reset the Riggs-Boson ones for /. But to be fair, I think I actually prefer it with the exclamation mark command, because the / ones, it gets mixed up with the idle RPG ones, which are very similar in names of the command. So yeah, and yeah, we might just leave it like that actually. Okay, David, what you got going on, man? What's going on?
Ooh, God.
I know there's a hell of a lot of stuff.
That's a bit of a loaded question. What isn't going on?
All right, let's start off with the bridge then.
We are in the final stages of turning BSC helper Python library and Ethereum helper Python library into Arthera helper Python library. So it'll run like it's supposed to. Contract works. Contract has been audited, updated, thanks to Bertux and Katya. They've done awesome stuff on there. We have a new developer involved with some bits of the bridge that called Katya, who may not have been out in the server yet on Discord. I can't remember if she has been.
Mainly on Telegram, isn't it?
Yeah, mainly on Telegram. What else is going on? We are about to release the candidate with voting included on the testnet. Tree finished building that. I believe it was last night. It's a bit blurry if it was yesterday or some point earlier today, or what it was at the moment.
I think it was last night, wasn't it? It was last night, yeah.
Could be. Either way, it was this weekend.
This is crypto. Time doesn't matter, does it? It all rolls into one.
Yeah, it's sort of, you either adapt or you have psychotic break.
Yeah.
It's just like, what is it that movie is? Men in Black, the quote about the time. You either adapt to the cerulean calendar or you have a psychotic break with reality. No two other ways about it.
We had a testnet round 2, David, right?
Yeah, testnet round 2. We'd forgotten 2 little bits that needed to be included, but I mean, that's what a testnet is for. So testnet is out, the nodes are updated. It's awesome to see that we have as many nodes participating in the testnet as we do. It's pretty wild. It enables us to test the full range of quorums with voting, and with each of the different quorums having a different weight in the overall voting, because some of them are essentially more important than others, with the biggest quorum carrying the heaviest weight. Apart from that, we've made good progress with tracking down 2 little errors in the client. Some of you may have noticed increased memory usage on smart nodes if they have been active for a longer period of time. Not a memory leak. We have tracked down the root cause of it, and will be adding a fix fairly soon. It does use a lot more memory, but it's not a memory leak per se. It's a smaller error from the upstream that when serving blocks remain in memory until the end of the day before they're flushed. So if that particular node has to serve up the whole blockchain, which can happen in situations where there are lots of people syncing the chain from fresh, then some of them will look like they have a memory leak and use a lot more memory than normal, but it isn't one per se. So that's been identified. What else? We're in a lot of talks, not just a few talks, a ridiculous number of talks right now that are going to have a very positive long-term impact on the project. Yeah, I won't be getting much, if any, sleep until May, but that's okay.
Okay, we've got a new team member called Sally. She's from Egypt, and she's going to be heading up the RTM Arabic, both the Telegram and the Discord as well. I'll be posting out a proper welcome to Sally, possibly after this stream has ended, on the Twitter or the X. Yeah, so you'll be able to see Sally and you know, make a comment on there and make her feel welcome. That'd be great if you could. If you are watching Sally, welcome to the team. There's also been a little bit more work reignited into the website 2.0 by the developers over there, which we had actually talked about a long time ago, and then they got sidetracked with other RTM and now development tasks. But it's back on now, so it's nice to see the developers over there continuing with that. And we've been going around the team and making sure everyone's up to scratch with naming and photos and things like that to make sure that they'll be included onto the new website. The Shermanator, how are you, and how's the Discord?
Discord's doing good. I mean, everybody's excited to see Testnet running well. We got over 600 nodes now, I think 611. So I can really do the software testing and all that, which is good to see. Hopefully see the new asset code soon. I'm sure everybody's waiting anxiously for that. But yeah, so that's good. Obviously, you got the Riggs-Boson currency thing going on now in the Discord. To earn it, in case you don't know, if you can do /daily once a day, or actually it's exclamation point, I guess, daily for some, and exclamation point work every hour to earn that currency to spend in the shop. And yeah, get on the invite leaderboard, get your personalized invite link, and win some RTM each week. So you're going to be doing it every week, right?
Every single week, yeah. As long as you know, people actually do it and use it, and there is an actual leaderboard that we can actually get first, second, and third from. Currently, I'm the only one who's in the lead right now, and collecting a serious jackpot is Alucard with his single invite. And yeah, so congrats to Alucard. I'm sure Jeff's going to send you your bounty for doing that. Guys, make sure you get your personal invite sorted and get on that leaderboard. You know, it's free RTM coins for planting a link somewhere on the internet, and it's not much work to do it. And we build up a nice big community ready for assets. We've received a few questions off the stream, so we're going to answer those shortly. Alejandro, how are you? How's the Spanish community? What you been doing?
How are you guys? We are fine in the community. We have been working with some videos about Ghost Rider all this week in Spanish, of course. And we got good numbers on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram and in YouTube. In TikTok is amazing, almost 2,000% more views than we have before. In January, February, March, more than 2,000% since February. We got a lot of profile views, more than 1,400%. Likes, we got a whole bunch of likes. We don't have comments or shares, but I call the people in the community today to comment and share because it's important. The algorithm helps a little bit there, so it will be nice to have some comments and shares. And we got a whole bunch of 3,500% more of viewer. We have more than 800 persons only in 1 week that look at the Raptoreum channel on TikTok. So it's very good.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that is great stuff.
Yes, and it will be better. It will be better. I have to work harder. The problem is that I'm like everybody else, you know. It's difficult to live, but I'm getting some more time now. So I make a couple of videos about Raptoreum wallet this week too on the Raptoreum YouTube channel for Spanish community, talking about some things that people don't know too much, but it's important because they come to the group, they want to get Raptoreum backs, you know, they wanted to update the wallet and everything. So some tips about it, and they like it. So I'm very happy this week.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Alejandro.
Yes.
Okay, we're just going to go over to these questions that have been asked just before the stream started, and it's in relation to the allegations on Ethereum, which are currently in talks in the blockchain space right now.
Yeah.
The first question.
James O'Keefe covered them.
Oh yeah.
I
Right.
don't think they enjoyed that coverage.
I don't think so either. The first question is, there are allegations of Ethereum potentially being influenced by government agencies. How does Raptoreum's design address these concerns about centralization within a blockchain project?
It wasn't just allegations about government agencies. It was also about allegations about basically involvement of banks and involvement of other financial institutions that are antithetical to blockchain and crypto.
In terms of just the question, in terms of government, you can break it down, and you could talk about decentralized mining, whereas Raptoreum utilizes CPU-based proof of work, which allows for a broader participation in mining compared to ASIC-based proof of work algorithms.
Also ASIC and FPGA resistance means a big deal because it means that we're going to be sticking with mining with consumer grade hardware. Sure, some people are buying a few used epics, but still the vast majority of hash rate on the network is consumer grade hardware by far. Community governance, also by being, quite frankly, just blunt and outspoken. I can't think of any governments who'd like to involve themselves with someone like me. I'll make them very sorry if they do. But yeah. Open source development, non-contract DeFi is another thing we've got in the works, which makes it really permissionless, and it's not running on a centralized proof of stake chain, which means that actually interfering in the operations is an exercise in futility. You can maybe block access to a couple of front ends, but people where this access to the front end is blocked, they can still interact directly with the chain and participate in exactly the same functionality, because who cares? And that's not meant to facilitate anything in particular. It doesn't mean it's supposed to facilitate anything in particular other than the service it offers. So anybody who thinks that that's an excuse for anything, go fuck yourselves. Apart from non-contract DeFi, we have also got the whole emphasis on decentralization, basically in everything we're doing. The resistance to specialized mining hardware, the global distribution of nodes. You can host a node on fairly normal internet and with fairly normal hardware, even once we get to the point of the nodes having full Apache Spark integrations, etc. So what that means is we're not going to have situations where basically the chain is going to try to run faster than the infrastructure on the internet can support, which means if there is an infrastructure breakdown, the chain is still good. It still functions exactly like it's supposed to do, because it's anti-fragile and not something where, as per the Ethereum developers, they're now only talking about decentralization for the means. And the largest DEX on Ethereum is introducing KYC. So good luck to them.
All right. Okay, the next question that we've got in is, Ethereum relies on a decentralized structure for security and transparency. Does Raptoreum utilize a similar approach? If so, are there any additional security?
We actually use a decentralized structure. They don't. They centralize around collateralized validators and a few particular peak services that essentially dictate everything to the rest of the network. It's gotten to the point where if you make a trade on Uniswap, an ungodly number of bots will try to front run you in one way or the other, impacting your price in a negative direction or costing you more gas or something like that. That's not decentralization. That's centralization around a single service.
Also, I mean, there's 43% of the validator pools are controlled by 2 addresses. That's another thing to think about with Ethereum, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, not just ridiculous. It's a bad joke.
Yeah.
I mean, we can mention again all of the points we've mentioned: decentralized mining, FPGA and ASIC resistance, utilizing the nodes as an extra layer of security for the main proof of work chain, CPU-based proof of work, collateralized nodes. Collateralized nodes are not necessarily a bad thing because they make it harder to Sybil attack the chain. Sybil attack is where you basically deploy bad nodes onto a chain and try to, through that, control what goes on the chain, either by wrecking it or by corrupting it in some manner. Sidechain transactions is our option for scaling. It'll help maintain proper transparency on what's going on. Non-contract DeFi, again, coming in. Else. Yeah, no, I think that's it, really.
Yep. Okay, the next question that we've got is Stephen Narioff, a whistleblower, raised concerns about Ethereum's internal structure. How does Raptoreum handle internal dissent?
That's a bit of a mouthful. We haven't really had any particular internal dissent.
No, we haven't. But we run things with utter truth.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
It's the same guy, Narayov. He initially believed Ethereum had huge potential to change the world for the greater good. How does our vision differ or align with Ethereum's original goals? That's a bit of a loaded question. I mean, the original concepts discussed for Ethereum, where I read the discussions, they were about adding functionality to Bitcoin. They weren't so much about trying to change the world for the greater good. That part more came from Bitcoin and the introduction of sound money, which Ethereum then went on to ignore, really. So we've stayed a lot more true to the whole concept of code is law, code governs the chain, don't like the code, don't like the governance, fork it and build your own. And that's happened quite a bit. We've got about 30 code forks ready, up, running on Mining Pool Stream. So it's, yeah, how are we different? Or do we align with Ethereum's original goals?
I mean, the original goals.
The original goals were to make a group of people a lot of money very quickly for Ethereum.
Yeah.
We don't align with that at all. This whole exercise is starting to get to the point where it costs quite a bit of money, at least for several of us involved. So we don't really align with Ethereum's original goals. We didn't have a pre-sale. We didn't have anything like that. We've got a finite, limited supply, etc., etc., etc. We're very different from them to all intents and purposes.
Okay.
So what O'Keefe was also talking about in the news was the crypto community concerns about government takeover of Ethereum. How does Raptoreum prevent this kind of scenario?
Well, I suppose it's, again, the similar question to the first one, isn't it?
In many ways, yeah. But I mean, this is specifically how we block government takeover. We are decentralized. We've got people where now? We've got people contributing in Malaysia, France, Russia, Canada, US, UK, Venezuela, Brazil, Paraguay. We are exactly what they're afraid of.
I mean, the Ghostwriter algo helps as well by cycling the multiple hashing algorithms, which enhances the resistance to centralized mining ensuring a more distributed network as well. It makes it difficult for any single entity to gain a dominant position in the mining system. You know, it's another thing.
That's why I love Raptoreum. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. But I mean, it also comes back to, we aren't just joking about decentralization when we talk about it. We've actually gone ahead and done it.
Yep.
So, I mean, good luck with coordinating the morning, all of us at once. And fuck you for even thinking about wanting to try. If there's somebody out there who'd like to give that a go, come and have a go if you think you're tough enough.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, we're an open source project, meaning, you know, our code base is fully transparent. It's accessible to anybody. And by being open source and transparent, I mean, it fosters trust within the community and allows for full scrutiny of all of our code to ensure its integrity and also, you know, overall resistance to external influence as well. But yeah, as David says, we are focused on decentralization. That's been the main thing from the get-go. Resistance to centralized mining, you know, we've got potential community governments coming up, which David has talked about in the past. We've got non-contract DeFi, which is an important thing to, you know, mitigate risky smart contracts, such as on Ethereum and other token-based Solidity projects. You know, all these things can prevent.
I think you mean that the other way around.
yeah, probably, yeah. All these things can prevent scenarios of a potential government takeover or undue influence. I mean, we are resilient, we are autonomous, and we've been aligned with our core principles right from the start. Is there any more questions, David, from that guy?
No, I don't think so. I think we've addressed all of them.
Okay. We haven't got a CryptoSmith stream today. He's currently busy with things. So what I'm going to do is we'll go over to the YouTube and we'll see if there's any questions in there for us. We're not in that much of a rush. Iron Main is saying, name me another project with protocol level assets, 51% protection, no centralized hardware, passive income, native L1/L2 decoupling, adjustable fees. I can go on. Yeah, that's where we're heading, bro.
Yeah, we're well underway.
Yeah, absolutely.
As Testnet works like it's supposed to, then sky's the limit.
He's also saying Big Piggy just hopped out of his Lambo bed. Lavish life and all, you know.
I sleep on a couch in the office Sunday night to do this Monday morning stream.
Iron Man is saying, Binary say Spotify again. Spotify. There you go. iNodes is saying 611 reachable smart nodes on testnet.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is just downright sexy.
That is some serious testnet. And 514 blocks until the testnet fork. That was a while ago now. It's going to be a bit less than that.
Yeah.
Effie is saying, guys, I think Piggy just telling us we're going to the moon. Are we going to the moon, David?
Financial advice and do your own research, but things are happening. A lot of stuff is coming together, so who knows?
RBA is saying, so question mark. I assume he means when Binance, because that's what he usually asks. What is the news? Well, we've just been talking about the news, RBA.
Yeah.
Let's do a bit of a rewind. Shim Slady says, oh, Sally. I thought you said Sully. No, Sully's not from Egypt. It's Sally.
I know. Last time we had him on stream, he looked a bit Egyptian, didn't he?
What's Sully?
Yeah, he looked a bit like one of the Bangles from that Walk Like an Egyptian video. Yeah?
If you like. Yeah. Sully, if you're watching, come and get on stream. Shim Slade is saying, "Hi Scherm, thanks for the worm. You gave him a worm. I told you to be very sparing with those, otherwise I'd take them off you, Scherm."
I think I gave it to him before, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't given any since then. I gave some out early, though, before the value increased.
Yeah. They went from, I think it was like 100 each
10,000
to 10,000, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Piggy, this is from FE. Why not enable multiple smart nodes on one same IP? Would you
Very
want to...
simple, because then we don't have as good a network as we do. The more places the network is present in terms of geolocation, the better it'll work. It's as simple as that. That's why.
Well, there's also the case to argue where as more in the future, when there's more data requirements for the nodes and more bandwidth, then if you've got multiple on the same IP, then it's going to max it out, and it's not going to generate the sort of throughput that you're going to require.
It's going to be like DDoSing yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, the other thing is it works. Think of each node like a radio station, really. Radio stations broadcast from antennae. The antenna only has so much finite coverage area where it can function properly with decent enough reception for people to hear clearly what's going on. So the more places you have your broadcast antennae, you will the more globally distributed you'll be. That's kind of how it'll work, or how it works, really. Things will get better once enough of the global internet infrastructure gets switched over to being able to handle IPv6. But very large parts of the global internet infrastructure at the moment are not capable of handling IPv6, despite it having been out for, God, how many years now? I can't even remember how many years IPv6 has been out, but plenty of years.
News Crypto is saying he needs a listing for ByBit.
Yeah, I'd like $500,000 too.
Yeah, Iron Man is saying in response to FE's question about multiple IPs, he's saying that would encourage and make it easier clustering nodes, which is not a good thing, if I may. True.
Yeah.
FE is saying, I'm seeing nodes as money printing machines rather than radio stations. Yeah.
Sort of yes, sort of no. I mean, compared to a lot of the other projects with collateralized nodes, we have a very small percentage of the block reward assigned to the nodes because of basically what we have coming in with this testnet. If it forks in successfully, it opens up secondary income streams for the nodes. And once those kick in, they should improve the ROI, but only by basically what goes on the network, not by sort of my share of the pie division.
All right, question for tonight from Pepe. He's saying, is there a way to generate private keys completely offline as is done with the seed signer for Bitcoin?
Yes. Just put the wallet on a laptop, unplug it, pull out the Wi-Fi card, old rubbish laptop, and run it on there, or run, there's a paper wallet generator up on GitHub as well, the same.
There's one that Wiz made one, didn't he? Or he forked one and changed it?
No,
that was for
that's for the custom RTM addresses. That's for running with your GPUs, for generating custom addresses. Just for making an offline wallet, Tree's paper wallet. There was another very early contributor who also made a paper wallet generator. I can't remember the name of him, but it should be up on the main GitHub in its own repo. So get that in, run it, but just keep the machine completely offline. Remove the Wi-Fi card and unplug it. That's just as secure as a Bitcoin seed signer.
All right, we've got another question in from Al Vidas, who says, I never got an answer to my question. Will Raptoreum create .rtm domain for websites? I think he means prefix. I know Gramcoin is doing this currently with their Gram extension. Will we make a .rtm prefix?
Oh, it doesn't mean prefix, like domain. It's not a prefix, it's a suffix.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Will we be doing that?
Yeah, definitely. At some point, it shouldn't be too hard once contracts are out. It can also be done in other ways, but there are. It depends on how private we want to make it. For example, .bit domains used to be not really quite as private as Tor, but a nice compromise between the regular web and Tor, because you had to have a special plugin to resolve them properly. However, that's all gotten a lot easier nowadays. This was back in, when was the last time I messed with .bit domains? 2012 or something like that. Ooh, I'm getting old.
How old do you know, David?
I'd rather not say. I'd rather not say. I've got 3 years until it's all over.
3 years left.
Until it's all over, yep.
Does that mean what age do you consider it all being over?
I mean, that would be 50.
So it's all over at 50.
Your pecker won't get up anymore. Going to the gym requires doing testosterone replacement therapy. You've got all this shit going on. Oh, man. Man. Yeah, it's all over once you hit 50.
So what are you most worried about? Your pecker or the testosterone?
I don't know, man. I'll tell you when I get there.
So you are 47, you are.
I'm going to rationalize it away and try to excuse it with something else, like some kind of midlife crisis and angst.
Yeah, Hunter's saying complete nonsense. 64 is all good. I'll tell you what, that Hunter's on some kind of stem cell treatment or something. He's on top of the world at the moment, that guy.
Yeah.
He's fit as well. He's fit. I mean, Hunter's the guy that runs all the YouTube and everything. He doesn't seem tired out, mate.
No, it isn't. But
maybe we need to start a Hunter Health channel, and we can all join it and watch his videos.
Not a bad idea.
Okay, I think that about rolls up everything here. Is there anything else you would like to add, Scherm and Alejandro?
I think we're fine.
Thanks for all the support. Keep it up. Get those invite links spread around. Get more people in the Discord. Let's go.
Awesome stuff. Okay, guys. So make sure you're following us. That's at Raptoreum, at X, at TikTok. That's official Raptoreum. We're also on Instagram as well. That's at Raptoreum. Please give this stream a like and a follow and a subscribe. We've also got memberships on the YouTube as well, 4 different levels. Yeah, you can have the maximum membership if you like, but that's a Rigatoshi membership where you get the role at the Discord, which is the maximum role. Big thanks to everyone that's already supporting us. It's really awesome. As Scherm was talking about earlier, be sure to check out the Riggs-Boson currency. It's extremely popular at the moment, and there is a gold rush for Riggs-Boson particles. And yeah, get those invites out there as well. And now, as the stream is coming to an end, we're going to pass this over to David Owen Morris, who always gives us a very intellectual end to our streams. And so
What?
take it away, David. Give us the most intellectual, degenerate comment you can make.
Bloody hell. The most intellectual but degenerate comment I can make.
Yeah, drum roll. Everyone's like, wait for it.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh,
Coffee hasn't quite kicked in yet.
We'll have another sip. Come on, we've got another few minutes. We're all right. Have a sip. Everyone's waiting.
If I can say anything, I will say don't spend $4,000 in one Ether, one Ethereum.
Yeah. Oh.
Don't spend that.
Oh, degenerate. I mean, well, what kind of degenerate? Because, I mean, degeneracy comes in so many different flavors.
You always ask these questions, David, right at the end. And you've just got to just go for it. Don't try to nail it down on on what grade of degenerate we need to output at this stage. Just go for it, mate.
Well, I mean, it's got to feel right in combination with the stream from earlier. So it's sort of, I mean, I didn't get this degenerate just overnight, you know.
All right. I'll tell you what then.
It becomes a bit of an art form, you know, with enough time. You've got to look at this new emoji we have on the Discord, the fantastic Fudweiser emoji, where I had somebody add a beard to one of my favorites, and it's now the Fudweiser.
And what happens in this emoji, David?
A 6-foot-long dong materializes from somebody's pants, goes down below their feet. They grab a hold of it, it goes up and starts going round, round, round up there, and they take off.
And on that note,
check that
guys,
out.
thanks for joining us, and we'll be back next week.
Thanks, everyone. Catch you later.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah.